So today's sentencing, let me start again, sorry, forgive me. So today's sentencing reflects the impact of the awful crimes that Wayne Couzens committed, and it's the courage of those victims to come forward that has brought into justice. Having read their victim impact statements, or those that heard their impact statements being read, or indeed by one of the brave victims said by themselves in court, it's clear to all of us that Couzens caused immense hurt and trauma to those women. And I'm so sorry for everything that they've gone through. Like many, I absolutely wish that Wayne Couzens had been arrested before he went on to kidnap, rape and murder Sarah Everard. And for that, I am so sorry that he wasn't. The fact he did all of this while serving as a police officer is something that brings shame on myself and all of us who swore an oath to protect those communities that we serve. But I think today, my thoughts in particular are with all those that Wayne Couzens has targeted, and of course Sarah Everard's family. So for me, this is not about the reputation of the MPS. First and foremost, this is about the trust and the confidence in myself as a police officer, the Metropolitan Police as an organisation, and indeed policing as a whole. And I absolutely recognise that we have a huge amount to do to earn trust, to rebuild it back, which is why we needed to do more, we are doing more, and we will continue to do more to earn that trust, particularly about how we protect women, how we tackle violence against women and girls in all of its form. And in the last 2 weeks, on behalf of the Commissioner, I've taken over the leadership of our professional standards team. So that is about driving up our standards and about identifying and rooting out those individuals who frankly should not be in our organisation. Now, the particular circumstances in relation to Wayne Couzens are being examined by the Angelini inquiry. So it'd be presumptive of me to go into particular detail at this point in time in advance of the report being published. But I wouldn't be standing here today if I didn't believe that I can, and there's thousands of like me in this organisation who found the offending of Wayne Couzens truly abhorrent, and we believe that we can make a difference. There is a lot to do. We are already doing more to protect women and girls, our op vigilance patrols, trying to target those. It's not just about protecting women. For me, and I've spent most of my policing career investigating major crime, it's about identifying the dangerous men in particular, but the dangerous offenders who prey on women, and that's why we're doing that through both visible patrols, through covert, plainclothes patrolling and other tactics as well. So I am deeply sorry for everything that the victims of Wayne Couzens have had to go through. The hurt and trauma that I've read in their victim impact statements and that came out in court is something that should make every single one of us in policing hang our heads in shame in terms of what they've had to go through. We have made changes, but I still believe there's more that we can do, because we need to take serious all forms of violence against women and girls, and that does include exposure offences. So if somebody was to report an offence to the Metropolitan Police now, all of those offences will be investigated by CID officers. They weren't a few years ago. So there are changes that we've already undertaken, and indeed we're open to working with lots of organisations to identify what can we do more to earn that trust and to build that confidence so people do make these reports to policing, and that we will take them seriously. We have our special trained officers are in touch with Sarah Everard's family today. I cannot for 1 minute pretend to put myself in their shoes to understand what they must be feeling, what they must be thinking. I am sorry that Wayne Couzens wasn't arrested before he went on to kidnap, rape and murder Sarah, and for that I am really sorry.
Do you concede that mistakes were made?
The Angelini inquiry and potentially a future inquest proceedings will look at the full circumstances surrounding all the events that led up to Sarah's horrific death. Once those are concluded, that will be the more appropriate time where we as the Met Police expect we'll be able to talk much more openly about the events, what occurred, and indeed what we've done to make sure we do everything we can to ensure they don't happen again.